How's it going? Jace Tunnell here from the Mission Aransas National Estuarine Research Reserve, and today we're going to be talking to you about well, I'm not going to give it away just yet, but there's these things that are creating tunnels right along the shoreline here. And so we've had a couple of different cold fronts that have come in this last week, blown the water, really strong northwest winds, blown the water kind of out, so the tide's real low. And so whatever was living in the swash zone, which is the zone where the waves are typically breaking right on the shoreline, we're seeing all these things come up that you don't normally get to see. So it's pretty cool. So let me turn the camera around here, and we're on North Padre. And so check this out. Something is digging holes in here. Here's another one. And by the size of my hand, you can kind of see how long. That's probably about a foot long. There's a whole bunch of them. There's another one over here. Any guesses what that is? Okay, I'm about to show you. Let's see if we can look in one of these and see if we can find. Okay, so looks like it started here, goes along. Aha, the culprit. This is the olive, the lettered olive. Look at that. Woo! So it's a snail, gastropod. Let's see if we can clean them off over here. The water's still pretty warm. Okay. Now this shell is so beautiful. Here, let's see if you can do this. You see that? Now look, if I turn it around, you're alive in there. Now what happens is I could actually hold this in my hand and it would come out, and these things can wrap themselves almost all the way around this snail or their shell. And the reason it's so nice and clean, that's how you can tell the difference between a live one. I mean, you can obviously look in there and see that there's a snail in there, but if you just saw it from the top, you could almost tell that it's alive because of how nice and clean it is. And there, the sun's out now, so you can really see how clean that is. So let's see if we can look at a couple, and what I'm going to do, I'll set this down and we'll see if it comes out and starts moving. Let me mark where this is at. Let me put X marks the spot, and we'll go look at some of these others over here, and then we'll come back and see if that, because let's see if there's something else here. Okay, there's other things in the high tide line we can talk about. The black mangrove seed, you've seen a lot of these. I've talked about these before, and I'm going to go in depth with I'm going to actually go up in the marsh and talk about these. Now's a good time because they're on the plants, and you can see these seeds that are hanging on the plants up in the marsh. I've talked about these before too. This is the tube worm casing. There's not actually a worm in there, but you can see all the shells, so how they make their casing. This is typically underground here, but there's a bunch of little bitty shells that make this casing up and for protection. And so they'll go around, the worms will go around and pick up like little shells you find here, and then make this casing that goes down into the ground. Right now there's a lot of looks like grass, and because this is shoal grass. This is actually from the bay that's been washed out and come back up on the beach. And look, it looks like somebody threw rope on the ground, right? Wrong. This is a sea whip. It's actually a coral. It's a soft coral. And I'm trying to see if I can get the colors right here. But a lot of people think it's rope and stuff like that, but that's actually natural. And I see some others along here. Look, here we go. I don't see it moving, but they're gonna wait for the water to come back up, then they'll be free to roam again. This one looks pretty cool. Look, it's whenever it goes, it made these little ridges. Very cool. Let's see if there's anything else here. What I love about this time of year is when the tides go way out, and then you can go and just start digging around, you know, in all this stuff. Look at that tire cap. I actually need one of those. I'm gonna keep that. But you can find all different kinds of stuff, and some stuff you're like, man, is this natural or not? But you know, a lot of times it is. Sometimes you can find sea stars, different types of crabs, stuff like that. Okay, now remember, we were going to come over here and see if that, oh, here it is. Okay, so the water has come up and it's starting to move. Now, y'all have always heard that snails are real slow, right? Well, this really is, but it is moving. You can see it moving. So those ones that we saw that were like 12 inches long or something, how long do you think that took? That probably took a good hour to get that far. Slowly but surely. Okay. Well, that's the main thing I wanted to show you today. What else could I show you? I mean, man, it's real nice. You know, these last few weeks, the waves have actually been really big. And so today it's like real flat. I mean, the waves are like less than knee high. Real nice time to get out here. And so if you can make it out, do that. One last thing. Look at this. See that boiling out? It looks like a volcano. You know what actually lives in these? These are ghost shrimp. So they live down inside of there. You'll see fishermen that have, it's like PVC they'll put down in there, and then they have something that sucks them out through that PVC. They'll suck them out and they use them for bait. And so, ghost shrimp. You'll see, sometimes you'll come up to the high tide line and you'll just see all these little peppered looking like little mud balls, and that's actually the poo from those things. And so that was interesting. Okay, till next time, we'll see you later. Bye.